Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Glitch Pokemon Yellow. Today I'll be showing off some of the glitch moves in this game, as well as a couple things with Missingno, particularly the Missingnos of 182, 183, and 184. They're a bit different than the rest of the Missingnos you'll get in this game. The biggest one is they don't down level. They also act a bit different in the game too. Like for one, this one's sprite changes. I don't remember if the normal Missingno changes, like its back sprite. What I do know is this one like literally changes for each Pokemon. And also, I want to say that is it XP growth is different than the other Missingno. The yellow Missingno, I'll call it, tends to have a glitched XP growth where like it'll just go to level 1 and won't go off that. This one seems to have a more traditional one like the other Pokemon where you can level it up and it kind of saves the XP that was obtained. It's supposed to be a Rattata sprite you see there, which is pretty cool. Rattata is one of the few Pokemon that seem to have its sprite stolen by Missingno. But as you can see here, its stats change each time it changes level, and its XP points, total XP points, seem to be the same, but depending on like what Pokemon it kind of steals or changes from, it kind of takes their stats and I guess what XP they'll need at what level Missingno is, as I think is how it roughly works. And also you can see the sprite is different for each Pokemon. I'm hoping to get like a Nidoran male or female, they show up, and you can get different sprites with that, but I guess not. We'll do like one more encounter. Here we go. So you can see it's a little bit different than the Pidgey sprite we had. And I believe, yeah, it doesn't level up or anything. Or I guess down level sometimes. It seems to be Rattata that consistently down levels it, and it seems to fluctuate between 3 levels. Usually it's like from 8 to 11, the most I've seen. But I've only tested it very briefly on some of these early routes. It can be different depending on what Pokemon you encounter. So now we're going to move on to some of the TM glitch moves. There's only a few moves in this game that I think don't have TM that are like glitch moves. The rest have like TM and some random number. So you'll see here 44 HY, we have 2. We have TM 34, about called it 43, that's also a glitch move. I always mix those up for some reason. And then TM05, which we've seen before. This has 30% accuracy, so I could probably get a hit off without using a X accuracy, which I have quite a few with me. Apparently it has a tendency to crash the game, at least when I use Super Glitch, it tends to, but maybe that's just because I have Super Glitch with it, I'm not sure. But it has yet to crash the game since I've been messing around with it. So I'm going to use some X accuracies, since the other one that we have there, the 34, has 9% accuracy. But what's interesting is it has 0 attack. As you can see, it didn't even do anything there. And then one thought that I don't want to forget is that some of the other glitch moves in this game, like Super Glitch, and another one that I might show in the next part, they're about the only glitch moves I know of that are glitch moves that don't have a TM in the name, basically. Both of the glitch moves don't really have a name, which is funny, because usually Super Glitch is just blank. We're going to finish off this Nidoran. But as you can see, like, TM34 just doesn't want to hit. I think it technically hits, but since it has no power, it doesn't have an animation, or it just doesn't do anything at all because of that. So I don't think TM34 does anything. So as you saw there, we're going to move on to Pokemon P, which is kind of sad, because this Pokemon's kind of a pain in the butt to use, and you'll see really quickly. It's not as bad as other glitch Pokemon like Female Symbol, because you can't see anything at all. For me, I can barely see what I'm doing in the menu here. So I'm over at TM07, which has no power points, so I'm using it, but I don't know if it's coming through the recording, but it says no PP. So I'm going to try TM18, which has pretty bad accuracy. I can't remember what it is. It probably won't hit. Yeah, it didn't. And also, it has like really low power too. You'll see here in a second. I'm going to use some X accuracies, and I'll get a few hits off, and it'll do like no damage. It's kind of sad. But you can also see after this fight, I'll show you Pokemon P's stats. They're pretty bad too. But like, yeah, look how much damage that did for being level 56. That's pretty sad. Like, even if it was like 5 power, it would still do some good damage. Too bad Pidgey likes to use freaking Sand Attack, and it makes things really annoying. Like, it's spamming Sand Attack. Alright, thankfully it hit 3 times in a row. So we'll see here. That Pokemon P's stats are kind of a joke, honestly. Like, its defense is kind of good, but the rest of it's just a joke. But you can see there, TM07 has no power points, and I used TM18 a few times. What's interesting, in my opinion, is like, I think TM18 had 7 power, and it was a flying type move, and it had some odd number of accuracy, but it's just funny how like weak it was. So that's why I don't use Pokemon Ps, because it's hard to use even with the menu, and it has really bad stats. And it's kind of sad, honestly. So now we're gonna move on to a Pokemon that I respect a little bit more, honestly. Like Charizard U, or just call it U, it's actually a really cool glitch Pokemon. I like it for what it is, and being able to nickname it and giving it its long name really helps too. So it has TM05 as well. It has 30% accuracy, as I said, so it doesn't hit every time. I'm just gonna try and use it because like I'm curious to see if it crashes. I've had it crash before, but I wonder if that's because it was comboed with Super Glitch, so that might be the reason why. What's interesting here is the other glitch move it has. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna use some X accuracies really quick to ensure that it hits. I don't remember what its accuracy was. I think it was 36. But I definitely know, I think it was like 20% accuracy, so it's not terrible. But as you can see, it has the animation of Gust, but it does half damage, or like half the HP the Pokemon has, so it's like Super Fang in a way, which actually isn't terrible. Like, it's actually kind of helpful for being a glitch move. Not having 20% accuracy, but I mean, those moves are kind of helpful sometimes. That's something interesting about that. So now it's time to move on to somewhat of a disappointment. I like 7G, but in here it's kind of sad when it comes to glitchiness. Hopefully I can find a Pokemon here. So it has a glitch move called TM25 with no power points, so you can't use it for one. But it's basically the only move it learns, which is kind of sad. Like, I can't learn a few TMs here, like I taught Blizzard and Double Team, as you saw. Oh, excuse me. But just kind of sad, like it learns one glitch move and you can't even use it. But it does do some cool things, and I think it looks cool. It's a hybrid of Slowpoke, and it plays this, so it's pretty cool. But that's about all it has going for it. Makes me sad. Like, I like 7G, but there's another Pokemon that I'll show in the next part that's pretty awesome. And now we have Q, as you can see down there, just switched it in. Also has some glitch moves, some pretty cool glitch moves in my opinion. So I like this too. It has Q's actual name, it's not TM55. So I have a Mega Punch there, so I'm just gonna beat this Pidgey up, because why not? But it has good stats. It's a hybrid of Starmie, which is really nice. But TM50 here has a weird name, and same with TM09. And since I don't have Super Glitch, I can be in here no problem. Something I want to mention now is that the Pokemon's not harmful, it's the move. So a Pokemon with Super Glitch that can learn Super Glitch isn't harmful, it's the move that does it. So it's like Q is perfectly fine, it's no different than any other Pokemon, with one exception, that it does hide the party menu. Q is one Pokemon that does that, like one of the only Pokemon that do that. So you have to watch out for that. There's some weirder things you can do. You've seen it before, the Q glitch, I've shown it. So that's one thing to look out for, but like if Q doesn't have Super Glitch, it's completely safe to use. There's nothing wrong with it. You can open the fight menu, nothing will go wrong. I actually don't remember what move I want to use first here, because one of these moves, well, I'll just show it here in a second. I think it's TM50 is the one I want to use first, but it has that effect, and I think it has decent power and okay accuracy, so that's pretty nice. But nothing too crazy, like nothing too glitchy. It's nothing like Super Glitch where like the game explodes. But what's interesting about saying that is I'm gonna use a few X accuracies here. What's funny, if I use TM09, so it looks like Ember takes out the Pidgey, but then it takes me out too because it's essentially Explosion. So it has 5 power points and it does like I think 255 damage, which, or not damage, power, which is I think what Explosion does, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember what Explosion does, but if it does, if Explosion's less than that, technically it's the most powerful move in the game, which is pretty interesting. So you'll basically faint whatever you go up against, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna take out this Nidoran. So that's something really interesting about that. And another thing about Q, I went to the wrong spot. I'm used to having Q down there. You know, I don't want to listen to that. Where's 44HY? I think this is 40, yep. Wait a minute, I just realized something. Can I do this? Won't have any effect. I guess it can't be fainted. I was gonna use Soft Blow on Q. You can't heal Q at a Pokemon Center, so you have to use like Max Revives or Revives. So that's the only downside about having Q, is that it'll do stuff like that. It's really interesting Pokemon. It's one of my favorites, honestly. But being a hybrid of Starmie, which is also an awesome Pokemon, I really recommend using this one. It's pretty nice. And having that glitch move is really good too, because if it is the most powerful glitch move in the game, you'll use it and you'll kill whatever you're against. It's pretty nice. Especially if Explosion, it doesn't matter what HP you have, you can just take out any Pokemon, even at like 1 HP, and it being, 255 power, it's like nothing will stand a chance, even if it is a Pokemon over level 100. I guess if it has like a stupidly long HP bar, maybe, like, it has more than its normal HP, like you see with, usually it's Q or 3-trainer Poke that have a lot of HP, maybe it won't work against them, but any ordinary Pokemon, it should be pretty good. So, as you can see here, I have all the glitch Pokemon in the game. Pokédollar, that's funny. Its name was Pokédollar, but it had a long name, I think. Or I couldn't name it the actual symbol Pokédollar, because that's literally what it is in the game. But I think it had a long name, so I nicknamed it the Pokédollar, quite literally. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of glitch Pokemon I have in here that I might show off at some point. I hate how in this game you have to save to change the box. Like, that's one thing they changed that I really appreciate. I literally got all sorts of glitch Pokemon in here that I have plans to show off at some point. It may be after the series ends. They might be like kind of miscellaneous videos type deal. But they might be like in-depth videos about each Pokemon and showing what moves they learn and things about them. Get some. Yeah, there's one Pokemon in here that has kind of like a 2-line name, I think. So it makes the menu move weird. I'm not positive. I don't remember which one it is. And there's also an explanation why like some of these Pokemon have the names they do. And I'll go into that later. But that's about all I have this episode. It's going to be a bit shorter than usual, but that's alright. The next one's going to be pretty good, and the episode after that, definitely tune in for that. Here's GG. This is, I don't want to release him. Can I withdraw him? Let's deposit really quick. I don't know what I just did. I'm not going to save, so it's okay. I do want to show one thing off of GG really quick, actually. Because this was a Pokemon I was considering using. So GG has a special stat of 200, just 200, sorry. And it's actually a Missingno, which is pretty interesting. This is a little bit of a bonus thing, because I thought about showing it. But basically it's a Missingno. I'll show it in the battle, why not? Just since it's a little bit short, this will be a little bit of a bonus. So you can see here it's 255 for level, which is pretty cool. And it's like a Missingno, but like a real Missingno, like the Pokemon Yellow Missingno. So it has Payday and Water Gun, which is what it typically has. And when I do go into a battle, it will down level to level 1, which I don't like. What's nice about using Payday, though, is since it's based on the Pokemon's level, I will get a decent amount of money from it. See, I grew to level 1. Oh, wow. I said it doesn't learn any glitch moves, but there we go. Oh, you know what? Might as well use it. I swear, it didn't learn any glitch moves. And I went off screen and tried this. Too bad, I think. Let's try this. Whoops. Just in case. It's like, I was worried that this Rattata might beat me up, but it looks like I have enough HP, so it should be okay. Use one more. Alright, what happens with TMO3? Don't tell me it's like... Are we slower? Okay, whoa. That was cool. Did like no damage, because my stats are terrible. That's really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think what... It sounds like... Oh, what's that? Disable. That sounds like disable. I like how it flashes, though. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I need to investigate these Pokemon more. I have not looked at them at all since we got them in, like, I think part 22, using WSM. So yeah, there's a lot more to do, but hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.